Hi there, it's Albert Luck again from luckymaths.co.uk, working through multiplication 3, starting off with 64 lots of 41. Hopefully you've seen some of the other videos by now and you'll be familiar with the kind of ideas and methods I'm using. So 64 lots of 41, we're really focusing on the 41 times table to do this. Now, the first example I've set up, it's got a lot of doubling and it's quite extreme, but I want to show you why this maybe isn't always the best way to get the answer. 41 doubles to make 82, that's fine. And 82, of course, then doubles, and that's 164. 164 doubled is 328. But already the numbers are kind of becoming quite high, and it could get out of control in a minute, as you might see. We've doubled 328, and we get 656. But then, to double that, we might need to add 2 lots of 656 somewhere, separately, on a whiteboard or on your workbook, wherever you're working, on the worksheet on the back, because 32 lots, if you double that, is 1,312, and then if we double that number, we get 2,624. Now that does happen because we're looking for 64 lots. That is the answer. So the argument is, well, actually, all you need to do was double and keep doubling, but that's only because it was 64 lots. Is it safer to start off doubling a bit? And again, I'm looking at the whole idea of place value here. 64 lots. So we need 4 lots. Standard, that's the units. The 60 lots, would it be better to find 20 lots and 40 lots and then just add those 3 together? For me personally, I think that's a safer option to avoid making mistakes when doubling. So 41 doubles to make 82, as we discussed previously, which doubles to then make 164. Now, that's kind of the hard bit for this question then done. Because if you've got 2 lots of 41, we can turn that into 20 lots by multiplying it by 10. So 82 is going to become 820, and 40 lots is 1,640. And I feel that's easier to process in that format than keep trying to double until it becomes out of control. Because now, if I add together those 3, obviously we don't need 2 lots of 1 lots here to make 64 lots of 41, I will get the same answer. Just to show you another variation below though, if 141, 241 is 82, and 4 is 164, what we could have done, another way to do this, so I'm looking at, focusing on the 60 lots. If I add the 4 lots and the 2 lots together, that will make 6 lots of 41. So if I take now the 164, I add it to 82, that will give me 246. And if I then times that by 10, 2,460, I can use that and add to the 164 to still get 2,624. It's a different way, but again, I'm really honing in on what 64 lots. I need 60 lots and I need 4 lots. In this, there are times when 1 lot or 2 lot or 8 lots might not be needed in the answer, but you might need to use them to get through the first bit. 41 lots of 64. If we look at the alternative, 164, 2 64s, 128. 4 lots of 64 is going to be 256, which then doubles to make 512, which then doubles to make 1,024, which doubles to give 2,048. And again, it's just, I think once you start doubling, you end up going over 1,000 maybe, or even some of the by 200-300. I've seen a lot of students make mistakes there, and unfortunately it is game over when you pick the bigger number to use first. That's what I sometimes see. But anyway, it's your choice, because of course both methods work. 1 lot of 64. So in this example, I've chosen to go straight to then 640, which is 10 lots. Doubling that, 1,280. Doubling that, 2,560. Because then I've got 40 1 lots there, ignoring those two in the middle. The first example, if I take my 32 lots and add it to 8 lots, that will give me 40 lots, and then the 1 lot. So again, it's picking out which numbers are from the top row you actually need to use to put your answer together. We still get the answer 2,624 by adding either these 3 numbers on the left or the 2 answers on the right. So the final way I've looked at doing it, for 41 lots, and again, it's just a slightly different variation on the previous one, but 64 doubles, 128 doubles to make 256. We then times that by 10 to get 40 lots. 2,560 plus 64 is yet again 2,624. Showing you again. However you want to do this is up to you, as long as you understand fully how many lots of the number you're making. But the safe option is probably to take the smaller value as the one that goes in the table, in my opinion. Thanks for watching.